Whale. Special guest episode.
Today's special guest is actually an old friend of ours back from Andover, Hampshire, where we all used to live. He was a writer and director back then, doing music videos. He has continued with his passion, making lots of very intelligent short films in the horror genre. He is a director, a writer, and huge fan of horror films. We have a great discussion on horrors, on directing, and reminiscing. We know you'll enjoy this conversation with the multi-talented Chris Baker. Welcome to this week's episode. We have our new special guest, Chris Baker, with us today, who is in Spain, an hour ahead. We're starting this quite late, so apologies. But we've invited Chris on because he is back from where we all, well, apart from me being Scottish, but we're all from Andover. And that's where we all met Chris in the pubs, in the George and things like that. And Chris is now a filmmaker. And tell us a little bit about what your job entails a little bit and what you do at the moment.
Gosh, well, it's great to see you all, and I have got like serious Andover vibes. I often pour a can of Stella outside where the George was, and the hairdressers get upset, don't they?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I started making films. Gosh, Kevin, I mean, you were doing photography and your own bits and bobs, and Drew was acting, and James, I do remember you, but I don't think.
I didn't know you that well. I more knew your brother James.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah,
we went to college together, and we were in the skate scene and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, Andover skate park, right? It was all go. And I started making music videos. They got me. I failed everything. Failed the GCSEs. Passed like the A levels by the skin of my balls, and then I argued my way into film school. And ironically, there was one other person from Andover, and we were the two top of the class.
No way.
Yeah.
Who was someone we know?
Beth Allen was her name. I believe she's married and living in Cornwall, and she was fantastic. I knew her brother.
That's
from
well familiar.
Weird world, right? But yeah, now I work in advertising. Part of what I do is sales, but it's not really sales. It's more like brokering. So I get directors matched up with a project, and then I'm essentially get the project off the ground and then move on to the next thing. It's work, you know. Beats delivering the mail, you know, stuff like that.
It's more like a series style
you
role.
two linked. Nice.
It's basically you just don't wear a suit. You have to look like, well, me, you know, like a sort of like middle-aged skateboarder.
You wear pajamas underneath, you know, when like some people are just up top is really professional and down below.
I am in my comfies. You've got me.
He's in Spain. He's in the hot. He's sat in a pair of Speedos.
Do you know what? Today was lovely. Today was the first day I actually went into the centre of Madrid, like totally solo on my own, and had to rely on my pidgin Spanish. And it was good. It was good. But I mean, look, apart from the advertising is let's park it because it's a job. And but for the last 15 years, I've been writing. So kudos, Drew. I want to get your new poetry book. I've always felt poetry and prose are like they're my weak spot. I could be better. It takes a lot, but I brought this to plug. So this was my best-selling book,
Apollo.
Yeah, it's
Very
available
nice.
in bookshops everywhere.
What's that about?
It's a real
Right,
book. I mean, honestly, my family, when they saw it, they were like, it's actually a book.
What?
It's a graphic novel. It's in the NASA library. We worked on it with NASA, and it's published by Self-Made Hero. It's in 5 languages. It's the one big success I've had.
Mate, you're blowing my mind right now.
Can I ask, is it for all ages or is it for a certain demographic?
Yeah, I mean, there are some expletives in there, but I consider it. I do
Yeah,
consider
I'm an
it.
irresponsible parent, so the old cuss is fine. I might pick that up for my son then, because he's learned about space at school.
Don't even pick it up. I'll put one in the post for you. How's that? I'll just
That
stick
would
it.
be even better. Nice signed copy. Not like Drew, who sends me a signed copy where the first page is ripped out, where he blatantly signed it for someone else.
I didn't rip the page out. What are you talking
The
about?
front page is missing from your poetry book. If I knew where it was, I'd find it and show you.
This is all lies. Your mum probably just ripped it off because you said she took it from you or something.
She did enjoy it. She might have used it to wipe her tears.
Well, there you go.
Wipe her what?
Tears.
She said it was very emotional.
I heard exactly the same thing. I was about to go. Is it that? I should have a
There's
beer.
moist tits.
Oh God.
So yeah, I'll dig out the silver Sharpie. I haven't done it in a while.
Sorry to interrupt the show. Just a reminder to say we love and appreciate you all for listening to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, follow, as this really helps us continue to progress and improve the content and keeps us making these fun episodes for you guys. Oh, we're also on these things called Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us there too, as we share short, funny reels on the reg that you can share with friends if you like. Now, back to the mayhem.
But I have a partner who I work with. He's like my longtime non-sexual partner, my longtime creative partner.
So far. Never say never.
We have the odd dream about each other. Yeah, his name's Matt Fitch. He also works in advertising, and we ended up. I'm talking. It's over 15 years now. We started a little mini micro publisher for fun called Dead Canary, which we
That's
did.
amazing.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we found a guy who financially backed us, and we got a cash injection, which is a lovely thing to have. We ended up producing about five graphic novels. We did a couple of things for clientele. So we did like an extended universe thing for an indie film, which we got paid for. And Matt and I just loved working with each other, and he's as mentally ill as I am. So we wrote Apollo one summer. He's super like space. I mean, everything in that book, if you want to learn about the Apollo mission, you will learn about it because everything is completely like to the letter, but there's some psychedelic shit in there. I like to say, it's like if David Lynch did the moon landing. That's the best description of it. He said with hubris in his heart. Yeah, and then now I'm filmmaking, and I've done 2 films. Do you edit this podcast? Is this an editing thing, or is this all like?
I can if you need
We
to.
can cut things out.
I try not to.
I think you're doing great.
I would only say plus that one thing. We are erasing history because we want the trick to do. We've been told it will absolutely clean up at festivals by a professional, so we are erasing it from history. So,
are you allowed to talk about it in this episode, though, or is?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
We can talk about it, but maybe not tell people to go and look for it, sort of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, watch out for it. But you guys,
keep an eye out.
You guys can you know, look, you're from Andover, you've seen it, we're friends. Just it's.
But
cool.
now it's also quite ironic that it's about a magician, and now you're going to make it magically disappear.
Like that. Yeah, I'm
so
so
do you know
sad.
when it's going to be released?
Yeah, well, I think by this time next year it'll be back the way it should be. Nice. But it's going to do. We're entering it to like place like Sitges, which is in Spain. Fright Fest. Do you guys do Fright Fest?
Yeah, Fright Fest.
Yeah,
Fright Fest, man, it's great.
Yeah.
We didn't get into Fright Fest with Backmask. Backmask too long. It's just too long.
About half an hour that short film.
Yeah, it was 28 minutes or something, I think.
It's 20. If you watch it from nose to tail, I think it's about 23 minutes with the creds and everything. But there's about 3 cuts circling the earth. We did do a cut of 15 minutes, which we cheated. entered it to one festival and then just like gave them the 23-minute or whatever it was. Yeah. But the standard one, the one we all love, is about 18, 19 minutes long. Yeah, it's just too. It's a proof of concept. We never intended for it to be anything more than a pitch for the. It's a script. I mean, Matt and I wrote this script. The best way of putting it is like Paul McCartney does The Shining.
That's a nice.
That'd be a great
Nice
like
little
on a
link.
movie poster.
Yeah, 100%.
Empire magazine. Paul McCartney writes The Shining.
Yeah, see, it'd be nice and a bit of cop. I mean, the script writer will never try and mash things. Just say what it's like. One thing. That's what people. That's what script writers will tell you. You should say.
Well, that's the elevator pitch, right? Or whatever they say. It's this meets this.
That's the elevator pitch. I mean, if you, it's worked. I mean, we've got distribution, which was we've done it the other way around. So a distributor have basically bought into the concept. We have a producer, grown-up producer, who's he's done. If there's a film he's done called Hot Milk, he was involved in that one, the Penguin Lessons, Steve Coogan.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen it.
I've not seen it yet either, but it's on my watch list. It's on Prime. It's like
It
£5
looks
at the moment.
beautiful.
Yeah, it
It
looks
looks good. He's a finance guy. It's like money is the never-ending problem for everyone who's creative, and I'm sure you can all relate.
And time, though, I heard time is just as important as money.
The fire in which we burn, the classroom.
And Hot Milk, yeah, I've not seen that yet, but that's again on my list to watch as well. That's got Emma Mackey in it and Fiona Shaw.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it looks sensational. I am the most rubbish person at watching things. I've literally put off my wife's obsession with Succession to do this. I know I'm so late to this.
You will love it though. Succession's a masterpiece, man. So
I'm on season 2. It is a masterpiece. It ain't Sopranos.
No,
it's good.
They kill each other with their words. So as opposed to,
can I be a pedant on this podcast?
please,
Yeah, go
It's
for it.
really good, but there's everybody has a dildo joke. Too many people have the same kind of like sense of humor.
is it?
It sounds like one
the
right.
Shakespeare trick, where too many people are too intelligent, so every character seems the same.
Exactly. Everyone's got like a sort of like I'm gonna fuck you with like a gold-plated dildo, and someone else says
That's aggressive.
There's a lot of dildo talk.
But it's
And
fancy.
I've not even had breakfast yet.
like 3 different characters called people Imperial, and I'm like, I like that people use that. I've never heard that term used, but So anyway, this is me being a pedant. It's a work of art. It's a 5-star work of art, and I'm hooked. And that fucking piano music.
Isn't it the irony though when you watch like an average film or a series or something that's not that great, you give it the benefit of the doubt and go, oh yeah, they put an effort, it's all right, and you give it quite a good rating. But if it's absolutely spectacular, all you can do is nitpick because there's nothing else you can comment on apart from it being amazing, and that's boring. So you go, apart from this and that, but it's still but like, you know what I mean? Like some of the best films ever, there's issues.
It's like you say about The Sopranos. What a brilliant thing, but what was that ending all about?
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
It's clever though.
The ending made me. I weep. I weep. It's like I've literally just had an argument with my 11-year-old about the end of The Thing. She doesn't like it.
Battery run out? Like what happened there?
I will put her in her place one day. I've made a mental note to embarrass her at her 16th.
I more like the fact that you've got an 11-year-old watching The Sopranos. That is some James P. Faulkner parenting. That is.
The thing. John Carpenter's masterpiece. But on the subject of ambiguous endings, so the Sopranos ending. I've got a friend who's an incredible writer, and he hates the end of The Sopranos. He felt robbed. And just to your point, Kev, yeah, I you're right. You shouldn't. It's a masterpiece. You shouldn't nitpick it because we should expect more from things, and that's top shelf.
I think an ambiguous ending is is a great way to end a film or a series if it deserves it, if it adds to the experience. If they just can't think of an ending and just put anything on the end because they need
What,
to
like Game of Thrones?
what you know whatever. But like certain ambiguous endings are fantastic. You it makes you want to delve into it and do more research or agonize over it or like really go in deep on something. Whereas if it gives you the answer, it ends and you move on with your life and it doesn't stay with you. Sometimes ambiguous endings are the better option.
I mean,
Do
The
you
Sopranos ending will be one that talks about forever, so you can argue it's genius.
There you go.
Well, do you think? Here's a question to you guys. I mean, audiences nowadays, we're quite an active audience. So when we look for meaning in a lot of things, I'm a huge fan of The Shining. I've got the big bastard book here. My front door key is the Overlook Hotel, and so I'm a big fan. What
Same.
what I love about it is I put this fucker back. Everyone thinks Kubrick is this sort of mastermind who like had this like shit worked out in advance, and he's hidden shit in there. And have you seen like that Room 237 documentary?
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
He put the cowman out bacon syrup just so, because I do believe that there's a level of subconscious. He definitely looked at advertising, and he definitely used subliminal messaging to make things more frightening. Definitely with the layout thing. That's definitely a trick he used, and he quite blatantly did it with the maze, and the blatant finger to Stephen King with the VW Beetle crash. But other than that, I think there's a lot of continuity errors and a lot of little mistakes, because he was editing that movie, more or less up until his death. He was very, very obsessed with it as an experiment. But I think audiences, we are so hungry for meaning, and we deconstruct things so much now. What do you guys? Do you think that that's part
I agree
of?
because yeah, people look into things too much, don't they? Like you have a bit of ambiguity, and people look into it and make up their own conclusions, which could be nothing. And that's what, like, I mean, we'll stick on The Shining, but if you go to Tarantino films, he does that a lot, where you don't know what's in the case. He's never
Pulp
going to
Fiction,
tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
He might
Yeah.
know, or he might have deliberately done it to be annoying to the audience, to have that effect. And once he's done it once, he does it in multiple other films. But like The Shining, I think it's quite a simple film. It's complex in the way it's done, but it is just a man going slowly mad. But then there's ghosts and things like that. What's actually happening? Is it him going completely mad and seeing these things, or are they actually there and possessing? And there's loads of different ways you can agonize over the kind of plot and the meaning behind it, which is, and again, it's like when Kubrick did Clockwork Orange as well, people read into that far too much, and that's
Yep.
what got it banned in the first place, because he was getting all these death threats and everything. So yeah, but I do like that Ambiguous is great.
Have you guys seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Oh yeah,
Because the
yeah.
Not for a
ambiguity,
long time.
the ambiguity of that with the little girl, where one of the monsters near the end asks for her blood or something, and the spoiler alert, what happens to the little girl? I think she gets shot. And she
Yeah.
falls on that tree, and then and the blood rolls down her arm and drips off her finger onto the point where the monsters needed her blood to go. And so that kind of narrative story of this kind of underground world of all these monsters and rules and how she's trying to save her mum and the baby, people are like, is that just the trauma of war and her going through this kind of PTSD? Or is it this secret underworld kind of fantasy world? And I love that ambiguity, because that's a perfect example of people at the bar, once a film finishes, having that polarity, it creates more conversation. Because if you make an ending, it's one way, you can't have a debate, you can't have a discussion. So I think it makes
it's
things...
satisfying at that moment, but it's not gratifying in the long term. You won't be discussing that film that has the happy ending and everything's wrapped up in 10 years' time, where it's really weird that Chris, you've brought up literally two of my favorite horror films in the last 5 minutes. The Thing is my number
I
one.
like your Halloween list. All of those are my favorites.
Yeah, The Thing's my number one. The Shining's probably my number two, and they're both in my top 5 or top 10 of all films. I need to put The Crow and Goodfellas and stuff like that in there as well. But and again, it's all these sort of films. I think the majority of these have that unknown quality to it and stuff you can doubt. I mean, recently, the most recent film. Do you go to the cinema much, Chris? Have you seen much?
I try to. I've just seen Wicked 2, because when you've got an 11-year-old girl, you've got to go for them, really. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. I love Wicked.
I've not seen that, but have you seen Die My Love?
No, it's on when it's a streamer. I've seen the It's
Robert Pattinson, Jennifer Lawrence. That
a heavy watch.
Is being one of the films that has left me thinking the most this year. That didn't wrap up nicely, or it did wrap up, but it was like, did it? I don't know. And what perception? Whose story are we seeing ending? I won't go into details because you need to see it, and it won't make sense discussing if you don't know much about it. But it's divided so many people. I've got friends who are really into films that we agree on a lot of stuff, and they've said it's rubbish. Didn't like it.
They're the best.
Walked out of the cinema. Like 8 couples walked out when I was watching Die My Love.
Jennifer Lawrence is one of the best actors at choosing her roles. Like, 'cause I always think of her. People always forget Silver Linings Playbook, like how good she was in that.
She got the Oscar for it.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Excellent movie.
Have not seen it.
It's
Very
so
good.
good. Her and Bradley Cooper have kind of like mental issues going on, don't they?
Yeah.
And they play it so well. It's unbelievable.
But yeah, Die My Love. I think it's definitely one to make sure that you watch and stick with it, because it is weird and it is filmed unusual and it's not standard. It's a different ratio than average as well. And I think lots of aspects about it are quite artistic. And a lot of people complain saying, oh, it's just art for art's sake and it doesn't push the narrative. And I just think everything in it is perfect. I think it's a perfect film.
Talking to the right guy. I'm very much. Give me different. Just on Drew's point, I need to make notes because I'm mentally all over the place. Have you seen Tideland, Drew? Tideland.
No.
Put that on your list.
Yeah.
If you like Pan's Labyrinth, Tideland is Terry Gilliam's interpretation of, like, essentially it's Terry Gilliam does a fairy tale in like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but a fairy tale.
Yeah, you've seen it, Drew.
Horror.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Fantastic. It's absolutely. And my fun story is when I was a runner, Terry Gilliam was signing stuff, and I of course went at HMV on Oxford Street. So I went and got Fear and Loathing, 12 Monkeys, got them signed, and he's like, "Seen Tideland?" And that was one of his new ones. He's Hocking, and I was like, "No." Oh, you won't like it. He just gave it
Jeff
to me.
Bridges. We'll check that out.
It'll blow your mind, but it will also leave you. You'll want to give someone a hug afterwards.
Oh wow.
Drew, you'll like it just for the tagline. The tagline is written by David Cronenberg, a poetic horror film.
There you go.
It's. I mean, it puts me in a real like. I need to go and like call someone up afterwards and have like a moment. But I don't mean to jump back and forth. I was just going to say. I mean, on weird films that challenge Kev, my favorite film is Lost Highway. I consider the tailgating scene the most perfect scene in cinema, and that's just a personal opinion. It's not necessarily. That is so pitch perfect, that scene. I don't think you can get. It's almost like in Rick and Morty when he's like perfectly level and he can't take it anymore. That for me is that moment. That's a moment in cinema. It truly is, and it's challenging because I've seen people, my friends in film school, would be like, "What the fuck am I watching?" You know.
But you are talking about David Lynch, and it is never going to be straightforward. So
the world is a strange place, and it's stranger than most art. So we should probably be accepting of strange things that we see.
And strange things. Probably a good tangent to go on the fact that we were very fortunate to get a sneak peek of a little project that Chris is working on called Trick.
Oh, well played.
We were fortunate enough to see it.
Yeah. Well, I'd love
None
to.
of you will be.
I'm curious because I'm sick of the fucking thing.
Are you?
Well, I've watched
It's my
it.
new favourite thing. I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll go first because I've been waiting to say this. But I remember two videos of yours that stick out in my head from the past, and you might hate me or not for bringing them up. I don't know or care. One of them I thought was wicked because to this day I don't know how you did the bloody editing on it. And as someone that has picked up video editing and stuff,
Sure.
it still winds me up how you did it.
Chris didn't film Wicked, by the way, just to remind you. That wasn't him.
Did
He
you
just
not?
went to see it.
Shit. Okay, we'll just disregard what I just said. No, I'm joking. Where you're dressed up as like a fucking wolf Elvis or something.
I hate you.
And so quick. Like,
I can talk.
it's like, how is he doing that?
He
That
teleports.
was- No, I'm happy to talk about it. So, this is like an Andover thing.
It was a really cool video.
Thank you. I was so high, probably. I went to university in Falmouth. I was really tight with the band Everything for Some.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Chicken. They're a good guy. Steve Dillon, rest in peace, Steve. So I basically, I don't know if you've seen the video Chris Cunningham did for the horrors. He did this
I have
fantastic.
seen a lot of the horror stuff, but not recently. And now I do get a reference.
Sheena is a parasite. So it's very simple effect.
Yeah.
You essentially play the song at half the speed or a third the speed. And I was going to have an actor do it. And I had this nice young man in Falmouth who was a fine art student and a bit, verbose. And I had this idea of like dressing him up like a sort of like a crude sort of like vampire from the 50s. And it was going to be like a greaser hairstyle and look like almost like the Fonz, sort of cartoony. And I have my friend's leather jacket and everything. And basically he didn't turn up. And we were there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. We had the studio booked. My DP was like, "Come on, man! Like, what are we doing here?" I just went, "Fuck, I'll do it." And I felt really bad doing it because I'd made this prosthetic. I'd made this like gum guard to like have it like teeth, and done two versions. One which was just like a whole like rugby thing, where you could just put it in there and it looked like you had a big mouthful of teeth. The other one where you open it and it just had it up there. And I felt really silly doing it. And you can probably see in a few shots, I feel really silly. And people now you're probably going to link it. Please don't link it.
Is it even on YouTube still?
It's been on YouTube ever since.
Wow.
I think that was the reason I put a YouTube account up in the first place, was because I had that and some of the EFS videos.
So what do you type in for that? I'm not
Well,
joking.
the other one was the
I
Echo
want
Tape
to know what it's
video.
called. What's it called?
I'll send it to you after this.
Is it just Everything for Some, one of their videos?
Yeah, if you just go on my YouTube, if you put I don't even know my fucking YouTube. I think it's like Chris Freeville or Chris Baker 106 or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The other one was a Scion or Echo Tape, Scion/Echo Tape video with the lady in the kitchen. I still don't know to this day if it's a real kitchen.
Do you know what? That is a real kitchen, but everything was faked. In that, we did the tiles. So amazed that you've seen that shit. Jesus. That one, that was like the last month of I finished university, and Mark Burford is like, love that guy. He's like,
Right, he won an award in one of your last films, didn't he?
He's like my spirit animal. Oh yeah, he's great. I mean, there's something magical between me and Mark because we keep meeting and things keep happening and we dream about each other, and it's this weird thing. I know it sounds weird, but
I'm just a connoisseur of local talent. I always have been.
There's a lot of talent in Andover.
And I tell that to people all the time.
Daniel Pitt came on and did he did like photos on the trick on set, and I'm not joking. He's done some incredible photos of the cast.
He lives over the road from me. We
Daniel-
went to Thorpe Park the other day. He rang me up and was like, "Do you want to go to Thorpe Park?" So yeah. And then he took some wicked pictures of my son in the leaves recently doing that. But we do stuff together all the time.
So I gave him. I've moved house and I'm clearing out, and I had I hope Panelux don't see this. I left over from a shoot. I have a Panelux umbrella. And you know how you can get big golf umbrellas? This one you can fit like your car underneath. You can fit a whole camera crew underneath it. They're like 400 quid's worth of umbrella. My wife's been telling me to get rid of it. I just said, Daniel, come here. You want an umbrella? It's a fucking big one. And it's just like, he's like, oh yeah, thanks. He's just like,
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's great. He's very talented as well. So yeah, I like him a lot, and there's a lot of good people in Andover. But that video you're talking about, man, oh man, I mean, like that is. I didn't even remember I'd done that until you just mentioned that.
I've definitely seen it because I remember seeing all of their stuff a while back. I've just looked. I've just gone on YouTube. They're like it's like 14 years old. Is some of the newest stuff. So it's a long time ago.
What's the guy Sion? AK Aaron Carthausen.
Andy Carthausen, AK. Yeah, he's still going. I saw him the other week as well.
Such a nice guy. I went to I saw they did a gig, an amazing gig in Stockbridge. Mark's just got a habit of pulling people together. But I remember I was at the urinal with him, like when that video, I first made that video. And I was like, oh, do you like the video? And he's just like, looks at me, I've got my dick in my hands. No, don't like it. It's like, oh, okay. Well, it was free. It was literally like, Mark was like, can you make us a video? And they just, bands, they just want to fucking look cool, don't they? And along comes Chris, and I've done the same technique, but with a girl. I did the opposite one. I did the slow motion version of it. So, yeah, you speed the track and you slow it down.
That gig in Stockbridge, was it in a cafe upstairs? And there was like a balcony. I was at that gig. I was on the balcony looking through the window, so I couldn't get close enough.
We were there.
Yeah, and AK had his like really weird Jeep that he'd like built with like skull and bones on it or whatever he's got going on at the moment. Yeah, but there was a really cool cafe in Stockbridge where it's upstairs. Yeah, it's quite small. It's quite cozy, and a little art gallery in it as well with like local art, I assume. And there's like a little balcony you walk out on, and you can open the windows and sort of just sit on the balcony.
It's a good
spot. Window. It's really cool.
That was a good gig that night, and
it was really good. Yeah, everyone was there.
Not a lot. Andover hasn't got any spaces anymore, so it's a shame that
it's a shame. Yeah, there's nowhere in town now that can host music, but hopefully that changes soon.
I was just going to say, as we kind of take the time machine back in time, I remember, I don't know how Chris, I can't remember how we met. I know we were both at Cricklade, you were making films, and I was doing BTEC Performing Arts, and somehow you were like, I'm doing a short film.
Yeah.
It might have been David, though, because you and David were like, the kind of like the Scorsese and the, do you know what I mean? Like, you both had kind of...
He was, I mean, if anyone had to... So I was the guy who liked Evil Dead. So I was the one who was like doing this running around with a camera, and he liked the Coen brothers.
Yes, so that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, David, I haven't thought about him. He's a funny little guy.
He
called his mum and dad by their first names. I remember going around his house, and he just...
Yeah, but it was mad because it was like, at one point, I felt like an actor's muse in the sense that I was getting all these, and like some of my mates were jealous. They're like, why are you always in these people's films?
You were the guy who was, you look good on camera, man.
I don't know, but I remember your film, and I remember Azam Farouk.
Oh God,
he played one of the guys that beats me up. Like,
he was in my English class at school.
Yeah, Azam's amazing, and now he's an amazing photographer. But it was like,
I would love to get reacquaint with him. Because
we definitely should, man. We should definitely.
He was in my tutor group at John Hanson.
But it was like, so Chris wrote this really interesting film of this guy that, like, it's just like a kind of day in the life of or something, but he's a bit of a drunk. And I realized that I've started to kind of migrate towards drunk characters or down and outs. And I'm drinking Jack Daniels, but I remember it being real, like Jack Daniels in my cornflakes.
Yeah,
just
method
acting. But I just remember I knew you were gonna, and I genuinely mean this, I was like, you are gonna be a great like movie maker because you started to but seriously, because like your nuance and your detail to things. And I'm gonna tell you now, and it's gonna blow your mind because I don't know how I remember this. you had like this statue that's got like a hand pointing or whatever, and my character gets shot in the head or something after some kerfuffle in the doorway.
I
And
remember stuff.
there's this statue that the character keeps walking past at the front of the door, and it's aimed like a gun. I remember you saying it's a foreshadow, and I was like, what the fuck does foreshadow mean? But I was like, that's so clever that you've added these little kind of nuances to this kind of.
I don't even know copy of that anymore. You know, I remember I edited it on because you had to use VHS and you had to edit. Like if you fucked up, you had to do the whole thing again. So you had it was almost like playing Mario. You had to first go. And I can't remember. You remember? Yeah, I mean, look.
What was it called?
I don't even remember what it was called. And
Something next door.
If you've got a copy of it, I'd
love to revisit, you know, the young Drew and, you know, that little project. But no, nah.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? It was so fun because at the time right now kids have got the ability to make films and they're so spoiled for choice. They've got like whole film studios in their pockets. And I know that sounds cliche, but it is true.
No, it is true.
At the time we were using like a VHS camera, and I think that was like the third thing I did. The third film I did. Now I did music videos and I went to film school. And at film school I made like 3 films. And the one film I made that kind of got me, it's on YouTube as well. So you'll probably, again, I consider it bad, but I do look back on that and think actually there's stuff there that I've hung on to because I've read a lot of books always read books on, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to people that are watching this, but reading books on filmmaking is, it's so essential, and not just copying films that you like. I always go to art, and it sounds fucking pretentious, but composition in paintings and subject matter and storytelling in art, you can't beat it. You just can't.
That's why you're also going to love Succession, because they do use many photographs of seriously really symbolic kind of Greek mythology and stuff in it. It goes deep, man. And because
you could put Succession in like medieval times and it would work just fine.
Yeah, it would still work. Yeah.
Even the only thing I'm like, it's so white.
Yeah, like, it's very lacking in diversity. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, in a way,
isn't that deliberate?
Yeah,
is it trying to highlight the elites in that position?
The guy, the dude who plays Kendall, he's like, that guy's like a fucking maestro.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Damn. I mean, I believe him. You know when you believe someone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Where it doesn't feel like acting. It's just like they're breathing the person.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, obviously, you know, look, Brian Cox, man. I mean, damn, you know, he's great. But
Sarah Snook, she's amazing.
Wow. I mean, she's, you know, I mean, you can't take your eyes off her. She's, there's such a pedigree of acting going on there. That it's, and the writing is
insane.
Yeah, I'm going to be that guy that buys the scripts and reads them.
That's great, though. Inspiration.
Yeah, you should always read. The first script I ever read, I used to have one of those shitty little Palm Pilots when I was at school.
Oh, yeah.
And I
remember those.
It's the first time I went on the internet. So I had the internet, and I downloaded, that's it, tap, and it's the horrible noise. And that's it. I had that. I had the Godfather script. And the thing is, I'd watched The Godfather, but I had watched Francis Ford Coppola's mashup that he did.
Oh, yeah.
Where he put it all in order. So all of the Vito Corleone backstory was the beginning. And then you get the I Believe in America like halfway through the fucking thing. It was the worst way to enjoy The Godfather.
Well, this is why his wife re-edited it, and that's why it's the masterpiece.
Yeah, it's the Godfather. The script itself it's so fucking good. I would just say to anyone who wants to make drama, just read The Godfather, and you'll see it's all there. Less is always more as well in a script.
You've just reminded me of something, Chris, that makes me laugh. Talking about what you were just saying. Has anyone ever had the pleasure of hearing Ben Affleck's finest work, which is his voiceover on the Armageddon film?
I would pay some.
It's those bits where he's like, so you're telling me that he's talking to the director. He's like, so instead of training astronauts how to turn a drill on, you're going to get people that can drill and train them to be astronauts in the space for a couple of weeks. And he was like, shut the fuck up. And he's like, just carried on. It's just him basically criticizing the film the whole way. It's so funny.
There's a guy, if you've never seen, I forget this guy's name. I met him at Comic-Con. He did this video essay on Michael Bay, and he totally changed my mind. Like Michael, what was his name? He's the same guy who did the mashup, What If Wes Anderson made the X-Men trailer?
Yeah.
If you've never seen that, it's a lot of fun.
No, that sounds great.
It's very fun. It's especially when Professor X punches Magneto a la Wes Anderson style. So basically, he did a video essay about Michael Bay, and it's a two-parter. It's one of those binge-worthy YouTube things. And he's an American author. You've just got to just let him do his thing. He's very good, but I wouldn't say I'm the world's greatest Michael Bay fan. But he's good. He believes in himself.
He likes an explosion.
Bad Boys and Transformers, you can't knock the first ones of those.
Loves an explosion.
Not the last ones. But...
took my childhood. And
Well, actually, wait a minute, guys. He did The Rock, which is an absolute masterpiece of the movie.
Belter.
Yeah.
The Rock,
we
can't. Yeah.
I do feel
quite
like
funny.
If it wasn't for the actors, I don't know if it would be quite as amazing as it was. But
yeah, Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery, you're in pretty good hands.
Yeah, it's the charisma sells it. But then again, he did create the actions of the certain scenes and stuff. And that's action films can be overseen as like simplistic, but when you recreate a style of action that is then repeated through history, and he's the first one to have done it, he has.
The tone of the 90s action was definitely set by Michael Bay and his willingness to make things shake, and explosions were bigger and
immersive. Yeah,
it's quite funny because there's a game my son plays called Goat Simulator, where you're essentially a goat and you're just running around causing chaos. And at one point you can blow up a gas station, and when you blow it up, the achievement just says Michael Bay, and that's an achievement. Just says Michael Bay when you blow up the gas station.
I love the way that we've created this insanely cool piece of technology, the Unreal Engine, and we can you can build anything you want in there, and you can experience anything. And someone somewhere went, what if you're a goat and you just fuck shit up?
Such a fun game.
It's great.
So fun, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm like a goat.
Gamer, so I do love gaming.
I want to know that answer, Drew. Does it scream like a goat? Does it go,
can you scream like a goat? Like the goat, some of those goat screams you see on like TikTok or like Instagram. Like,
isn't it? This one's on the Grinch.
Oh, yeah, the ones that just go.
Actually, wait, it's in one of the Thor films. I think it's the third one where it goes. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Chris, one thing you'll notice, I don't know if you ever listened to this podcast or if you'll ever listen to it in the future, is we tend to go off subject. So about 45 minutes ago, we mentioned Trick.
I'm all over.
Fortunate enough to see. So how about we give our opinions on that?
Yeah. I'd love to, but I want it afterwards. Can I hold a placeholder? Because I wanted to ask Kev something, but please.
Oh, you do that now.
Well, Kev, because we were talking about horror and we were talking about like hidden motif stuff. Have you seen The Haunting of Hill House?
The Haunting of Hill House? Yeah. I have. The series, you mean?
Yeah, Mike Flanagan.
Yes, I don't know if I remember it that well because it was a few years back, but I've definitely seen it.
There's so many hidden ghosts in that. I think it's a rewatch. It's wonderful. There are things.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, exactly. There's things staring at you right in the face.
Terrifying poster.
It's easily one of the most frightening things I've ever seen, and I'm very hard to scare. I think that the man in the bowler hat is my nightmare fuel.
Yes, I remember that because he's got no eyes, or it's the headlights of the car.
There's that bit too, but it's the bit where it's everyone's worst fear realized as a child. You are hiding under the covers, and he is there waiting, and it's he just wants the hat back.
Well, I must admit, like the horror series, I think generally speaking are pretty terrible. And I remember watching that with my partner, and she she loves horror. That's one of our favorites, and both of us were a little bit creeped out by it, which doesn't happen very often. So I do remember certain my memory is shot for most things generally anyway, but I do remember a feeling that you have when you watch something at least, and I do remember that one being one of the better ones.
My daughter does she does speak in her sleep sometimes, and it's very unnerving at the best times. But we had just watched we binged like 3 episodes in a row, went to bed, and Minerva will sit up in bed and talk, and Helena and I just couldn't leave our room. We were fucking
Like the Undertaker.
I'm like I'm a 42-year-old man scared of my daughter in the other room, like, oh fuck. But yeah, anyway.
The power of Christ compels you.
Also, I remember this, and I've forgot to mention it, but your daughter's name is the coolest name of anyone, and obviously
What was it? I missed it.
Minerva.
Minerva.
but-
Where did that come from?
But it's well, Chris will tell you in a second.
Not just the Deftones song.
We think it was Deftones because when you said it, it wasn't that long after the album, wasn't it? It was like a few years after the album came out, or like 5-10 years after.
It would be. Well, when did that album come out?
God, I can't remember now.
I mean,
I remember. How old was your daughter again? 11.
She's 11, so I think it's a few. You're not the first person to call us out on that, and I love the Deftones. Love the Deftones.
Well, I will say, Chris, that me and you are in the same club of calling our children names they'll never be able to buy their name on a pen in a shop.
She's really pissed off that she couldn't get the Coca-Cola can.
Yeah.
Well, I was in. My son's called Reef, like REEF.
Awesome.
And we were in a garden centre a couple of years ago, and he was looking at all these Christmas decorations with the names on. I was like, well, you're not going to find one with your name on. I did it deliberately, so I never have to spend money on this. And he was like, they've got Roger. He's on Star Wars. I was like, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Roger. There's no Roger. I was like, there's no Roger in Star Wars. He's like, yeah, they're always like Roger, Roger, Roger. And I was like, for God's sake.
Fucking kids. Gen Z, man. What are we going to do?
God's sake.
And yeah, because I just googled it, but yeah, Minerva is like intellect, wisdom of mind.
Yeah,
wow, that's cool.
She's a goddess with the owl, and she solved. There's a. It's funny how Greek fables are really like odd. But it was a toss up between Luna and Minerva.
Luna's cool.
I thought you were going to say it was a toss up between Minerva and Susan. One of them.
Well, if she was a boy, it would have been Spike, because I was nearly called Spike, and I always regret not being called Spike, because I think
you would have been cooler if you were
called
called
Buffy when I hit Spike.
Spike Baker.
Yeah, I mean he was bad, then we loved him. But yeah, Minerva is she doesn't appreciate her name, but she does get called Minnie a lot. So she's almost like you can have the sort of highbrow Minerva, or you can go super gutter trash and call her Minnie. So yeah, she's good. She'll appreciate that she got talked about on a podcast.
Oh, it's the coolest name. I still remember when I heard about it, and like, yeah, just check. Deftones Minerva came out 2003, so yeah, 10, 11 years later. But that's all we could think about when we heard. And it was like,
when she's rocking at uni or art school or whatever, she'll be like, "I've got my song," you know.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I still haven't met another Minerva, so
no. And that's the thing. People that have started becoming a trend like 20 years ago, people choosing unusual names, which was great for a bit of unusual or sort of diversity in names and stuff. No one wants to be called Dave and John anymore, do they? But
I should have a baby called Dave. It's a nice baby. What's he called? Malcolm. Oh.
A friend of mine, I forget. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but he literally made up a name for his son. I think Bexley or Bexon. He just made up a name that sounded like a name. Is it Bexon or Bexon?
Okay, that's cool.
Elon Musk wins on that. He's called his kid like XYCD -6 + 7 divided by 12, whatever he's called his kid, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I really can't figure that guy out. Does he know something?
I feel sorry for that kid when he has to develop a signature.
Yeah, you just know that Trump got the fucking guy to punch him, and that's why he got the black eye. That right? You know, Trump basically just like, I'm the president, not you, and he just the Secret Service guy put him in a headlock. You know,
It's like
no,
his kid though when he does a signature, it's like an algebra equation.
oh man, I mean that kid is gonna get absolutely fucked royally in whatever private school he goes to.
I think hasn't he
Um,
got like 12 kids?
he's got so many kids we don't know. I have a feeling he's got like a Martian pod ready for them, and he knows that the asteroid's coming, and yeah,
He's prepping for the future. It's just going to be loads of Elon Musks. Just
yeah. I got the odd theory. The storyteller in me is that they took Joe Rogan into a room and they said, right, Joe, here's a picture of the alien. Okay, now you're going to do as we say. We need to have the FBI on the podcast once a week. You need to get this nasty, evil fucker, Elon. He has to have his piece, and we'll show you more pictures of aliens. Just
Just to quickly on that, have you guys seen that next year the shipping is actually happening of the $20,000 Chinese robots that legit look like that?
sold.
They come in 3 different colors: white, grey, and black, like an iPhone.
Obviously,
Um,
get black.
and I kid you not, they were out on the stage walking like, you can't really see that, on humans recently, and someone said, oh, it's like a skeptical, it's fake, it's a person in a bodysuit sort of thing. So what they did is they cut the mesh around the leg off, and it was full on like metal, and it was walking
Oh,
like a human.
you're talking about the ones that look like a plushie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those, man. That I can't wait to fucking fight those clean water in the
We're
future.
gonna be fighting them because Terminator 2 is just around the corner.
I'm sure someone's got on the AI and like
I feel like it's
replace
more iRobot now, though.
those.
It is iRobot, yeah, 100. It's very
Or
close, isn't it?
AI robot is definitely where it's going.
But
I
I
mean,
trick.
Bringing it
yeah,
back.
we never did. I mean, so there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of hidden shit in there, and that is like a trial run for what the features can be doing. But I'd love to hear what you think.
That was the question we are going to ask. Like me and Drew, when we first saw it, obviously James seen it as well now as well, but was like,
Get
it's
this on
so
track.
good, it's so tight, it's perfect, but I want more. And that's probably the best thing
That's
you
the
can do
whole
about a
point,
short
though, right?
film.
Felt like a trailer.
Not give away too much, leave them wanting more. And that's what I want to see more. What's this guy going to be up to next? Or where has he just been?
Doing short films, you need to leave people hungry. You're never going to be satisfied. It's like a good canapé, you know. It needs to taste lovely, and you're going to want another one. We got super lucky with Rowan, our actor. Rowan is easily, I mean, he's just a character actor, you know, savant. He didn't blink once. We explored that character quite deeply. I mean, Matt and I, our writing process is quite simple. One of us writes something, we both we shit on it as much as we can until it's dirty, and then we clean it off. And then we work with the actors and we explore the material. Jenny, the girl in it, Jenny Eggleton, is she's fantastic. She had just had a baby. She was literally like 2 weeks where she had, you know, off breastfeeding and able to leave Leo with his grandmother. So we were very lucky. She was just like utterly focused. I think we did two read throughs with her and Rowan. Rowan just turned up to the read through, and he's very much like he's just that guy. He scared the shit out of everyone. Just the way he was just smiling and being the guy, and he had learned card tricks as well. And he had this loaded deck where it doesn't. There's the bit where he does that one trick. It's a fake. I mean, it's fake.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be done, and I've seen close-up magic. And Drew, can't you do? You can do some, right? You
do some close-up magic, yeah.
do magic, yeah.
Not as much, but yeah. The old occasion.
He did before, and like all the runners were like, he's doing it. Oh my god! But you know what? That character exists in that moment. It's a weird. it is a sequel to Batmask in a weird way.
Is
In a very,
I'll
No,
give you my. Oh,
one
no,
sec.
Drew,
You've got a
Drew,
question.
sorry,
Yeah,
you know Caesar, you know, like the actor that originally did the joke. No, sorry.
Caesar, the Joker guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think maybe it was before the Joker though. It's like a black and white thing, and it's that thing that
the
supposedly
man
Joker
who
is based on.
laughed.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That's
Cesar Romero.
yeah, I think Is that the actor that was in The Man Who Laughed?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
it's got that kind of.
No.
Oh,
The Man
no.
Who Laughed. It's a silent movie. I know the one you're talking about. It's Nightmare Fuel. He had this bit in his mouth. It's a Victor Hugo novel. I think might be.
I'm not sure.
And he has this absolutely terrifying look, and it's the original. Bob Kane basically was like, "That's the joke."
But your guy had that. So when he's looking at her, it's like, he nailed that kind of like
Proper creepy.
endearing, charming, mystical. He was a very interesting character to play as well, and complicated because he's all those things. But then there's such a kind of underlining, kind of bubbling, sinister kind of. This is a game. It's all a play. Because even when he makes his drink come back, you're like, well, that's a great trick to have in a bar. I mean, you're going to get kicked out soon if you keep doing that too many times. But
So
it's a fucking good trick.
I was I always I'm so fucking bad with names, so you have to forgive me. What's that? There's that other magician, and I saw this documentary about him. He's in like Deadwood. He's in loads of stuff. He's like the little chubby guy. It'll come to me in a second. Anyway,
Ricky J.
Ricky J. You're good, Kev. Yes.
Quick at
Ricky
Google.
J.
It's IMDb under the thing.
Well, you're good at the Google.
I'm sat at a computer right now.
Yes,
There's a cat. He told a
that's because he
story.
didn't have a mouse.
Shazam.
He basically made a lump of ice just appear out of nowhere, like from behind a menu. And he did it for a Guardian journalist, and there was no freaking way he could have done this. He sat in a place which was like totally, there's no trickery here. All it was a big menu, and they had already had lunch and everything, and they'd sat back, and it's based on a trick that was done like decades before by another magician, and I can't fully remember that guy either. And you don't have to Google it, Kev.
You sure didn't do a Charlie Sheen and just pull the ice cube out of his ass?
Well, you know that Kev just pulled that cat out of a hat, right? He's got a top hat to left of screen. You just pulled the cat out. He's got infinite cats in the hat.
Over the map.
No,
But
sorry, go back to the ice. Sorry.
The whole point, I mean, I'm glad that the pint lands, because it's the one time Matt and I were like, has it got the effect? Because it was lit. The pint, I mean, that pint looks delicious. I mean, all day we're working, and it's a real pint, and we're all, exactly that. Like
Salivating.
like the cats in Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
So the idea that this pint, there's no trickery to it. It's literally a hard cut. And sometimes that's just the best way. A hard cut from empty glass that you clearly saw. I mean, I'd have liked more sud, when it comes down.
Oh,
That's just me. But, that for me, that's the only real trick in there, other than the card trick he does, which is not that impressive, really. The real trick is the climax, which spoilers, which I don't want to give, but spoilers. It's
We won't give away spoilers.
It was something. So Backmask lacked that. I see all the mistakes in Backmask. It's my first film. Well, it's not my first film, but it's my first proper film. And it didn't have a big moment. It didn't have a payoff that scared you. It was a little bit more drama than it was horror, but we can divert from the trick now.
I'll tell you what, as someone that's been on a full-on horror kick for the last 3 to 4 months, as these two were probably...
'Tis the season.
And I've watched everything from like the good stuff, like I watched Instant in a Ghostland recently, which is how I've never seen that. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Told you about
the
that.
crappy stuff, like the Popeye. I deliberately watched bad ones, like the Popeye movie, like Popeye Slayer the Man.
Oh, I heard that's
And
fun.
then-
That's fun.
Yeah, and no, I watched that. I watched like Thanksgiving, which is a fun slasher, and then the Mickey Steamboat horror. So all this stuff I watched. So and I've watched all the American Horror Stories. So what I say at the end of this is either going to probably offend you or compliment you. I watched the first. I watched the it the first time. So I watched Trick the first time, and I got very much if a League of Gentlemen walked into Black Mirror,
Beautiful.
and I was like, "This is cool." And then the second time I watched it, all I thought of was at the end of this, I can just picture the American Horror Story theme tune coming after it, like that
That's very
weird
nice.
like that sort of stuff. I was like, that I want to now see him 10 years ago, or like whatever, like with this, whatever happens to him, and like that's what I want to see. It's an intro to an American Horror Story. It's so cool. Like,
My,
and even the fact you said about her being pregnant, like I didn't when you focus on the belly, I thought, oh, maybe there's a reason there's a focus on the belly.
oh no,
Um,
in real life, she was pregnant, and
so there was a focus on the belly. I was like, maybe there's something there. The guy at the
Don't
bar
give
is
anything away,
terrible at his job.
James,
Huh?
don't talk too much about it.
Spoilers.
Oh, okay. But the feeling I got afterwards, the first watch it was because of the guy, without being rude to him, it gave me like League of Gentlemen vibes. And it's like meets sort of Black Mirror, but the second time I was like, oh, this would be an epic entrance to a series of American Horror Story. Or American Horror Story is like a one-off. I was like,
Or
I
if we
want
go
to see more.
90s, it could be a beginning of an X-Files.
Ooh.
No, I would say it's above X-Files. Like,
Whoa.
X-Files wasn't that cool at the beginning. It really wasn't. Like, it was more like,
I like the
going
monster.
on here, but this one, like, the jump scare was epic. I didn't say, I was like, whoa, like, that is a legit jump scare. It was so cool. Because when you said, well, when she looks, I'm expecting to see a ghost or something or a monster. It was like, I was like, oh, damn, that's amazing. Because the cards.
Oi, stop talking.
Whoa,
Oi, I just told you, don't stop
whoa,
talking.
Okay, let's say the props are
Christ.
incredible.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you some insider to the. You're wonderful, James. Thank you. The props are not props. Those cards. There's an artist, you should seek him out. It's called Crent Abel. I've had the privilege of working with him on a comic, a couple of comics actually. He's easily
With the constant cat moves.
he's brilliant. Crent Abel. He's the crumb of our generation.
Brent
He's
Avil.
Crent Abel. His real name we don't need to know it. You don't need to know it. But Crent Abel is I called him up because there he is. Fucking follow that shit. Basically, we had these cards made. The printer let us down. They didn't quite give the same scare or impression. Yeah, there's some good shit on his Instagram. There will be a dick pic or two.
Viewer discretion advised on Crent Abel's Instagram page.
He's fucking brilliant, man. So he basically just did the faces and we comped them onto the cards. So it's 100% not real. In fact, some of the cards aren't even the suits that you're looking at. So we had a really, really good post house called Electric Theatre Company.
Wow.
They're collective. So they pulled it all together. That mirror shot that you're talking about, shit, man, that's like 4 shots put together. That was hell. I'd have liked what the moment to have been a practical effect, money. So if
It looks practical. Doesn't look CGI. None of it looks CGI.
I think that the beauty of it is that there's so much intricacy just for is a 4-minute short film. Like, and it's not over complicated from a viewer's perspective. It's quite a nice, simple, easy to follow. It leads you in, it draws you in. And I think that's what's really good about it. But we talk all the time about sometimes these simple looking sections can take about 10 different angles and shots. And you don't, until you watch it back again or again to really pay attention to all the intricacies, you wouldn't notice it. And that's the tell of a good filmmaker and a good storyteller, that the fact you don't overanalyze it, you're drawn in and you're taken away by the emotion in the story. And then, as James puts it, and he watches it 4 times in a row, you then start to notice things on the fourth time and go, oh, how'd they do that? How'd they do that?
There's so much to notice, and the thing is, you're in control. And I mean, look, Drew will probably attest to this. You're in control of everything in that frame. You're the God. You're God. So if there's a picture on the wall, it's meant to be there. If there's a thing in the foreground, it's meant to be there. You're telling a story, and you have so many opportunities to put more into the story. If you can over-egg it. There's definitely over-egging. There's always going to be how much is too much, and how much we're distracting away from the simplicity of storytelling. I mean, have you seen? I don't know, James, if you've seemed to have like dug into everything I've done. Have you seen Bad Vibrations?
No.
I think you'd like that. I didn't direct it. So Matt and I, we wrote a TV pilot, and we're very proud of this TV pilot. And I had written this intro, which was basically like, Kev, like you say, at the beginning of an X-Files episode. Like, how do you kick someone in the face? And we were working with a company called Goldfinch, and they needed something to make a short film, basically. So Matt and I just went, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, it's on the list.
By the way, we Ian Kirby, our photographer, he did that poster, and it's a work of art. Maddie Mills, she's fantastic. Nick Moran is in it.
What?
He's nuts. He's so nuts. Such a nice guy. He's nuts. He's a real deal. For acting, he's just like, he really went there. But we went to like Canby Island, and the director, who was a friend at the time, he let us just sit there, and we had our say on everything. Didn't mangle the script at all. But Matt and I basically, I don't want to say took control of it, but it got put on the shelf for a while in a hard drive, and we basically got it edited. We got it graded. We worked with this incredible sound house called String and Tunes. Sound is so important. It's one of the most important things. And we finished the film off with the director, but as far as the script goes, I'm still really proud of that script. James, Drew, Kev, I'd love to know what you think of it.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
What is it you've got coming up next then? Have you got some plans for the future?
So we're doing a feature film version of Backmask, which was always the intention. That will be, hopefully, we start turning over next spring with a fair wind. We will be turning over next spring.
That was beautifully shot as well. That was, I love the lighting in that film as well. That looks so good.
Yeah,
it looks such high production value.
Cy Turnbull, our DOP, is he's so fun to work with. He's like the fourth musketeer. We have a producer, Charlie Woodall. Or if you're a filmmaker, you have to have a good producer. They're like your dad,
Sort everything out.
They do it all for you. They allow you the space to do the work that's necessary. And Matt and I are, as I say, psychotically, mentally ill and creative, and we love telling stories. But with a producer like Charlie, he gives us the space. But Cy is the guy that makes everything beautiful. I mean, look, with Backmask, Matt and I rein each other in. Like, I wanted that shot, the opening shot. I wanted that to come through. I wanted to start on open doors with all the titles and not on black, and then to come through open doors. Super pretentious. So we didn't do that.
Shining.
Yeah, I like the beginning of Alien, the way that there seems to be something on the ship. You know what I mean? We're going through the ship, and there's like things are blowing, those things are moving. There's this sort of like,
oh yeah, the thing drinking the water keeps knocking. Like
there's something alive on that
presence.
ship.
Yeah, there's a presence.
Yeah. There's nothing, but you think there might be.
I feel like it's me, the viewer. It's not like an alien or a ghost. I'm there. It gave me a feeling that I'm on that ship and I'm waiting for them to wake up. And I wanted the same vibe. I wanted to feel like I was intruding upon something, but we didn't do it. But Cy made a lot of calls, and the trip was a hard shoot as well. But Cy did that as well. We've invited him back for Backmask, and we couldn't do it without him. But Matt and I do want to make a Western.
Ooh.
We've
Very
written.
different.
I love Westerns.
Horror vibe still, or
Weird West. I mean, horror's always going to be
Westworld.
Westworld is definitely more sci-fi. I love Westworld, by the way. It's just super cool. I've just become, I won't say friends. Oh yeah, we're still friends. Neil Marshall, director of Descent, Dog Soldiers, and
yeah.
Old
Yeah,
Soldiers is excellent.
oh, it's like the best fucking.
One of the most underrated like British films ever. It's so dark though, you have to like squint to even see what's happening at times.
I mean, 3 million quid's worth of indie film. I mean, it's an absolute masterstroke. But yeah, he did went on to do like Westworld as well, and Game of Thrones and stuff like that. But he did one of my favorite Westworld episodes. So yeah, but a Western is on the cards. I've got this hankering to do a black and white Western in the snow, something like
The snow.
That sounds
Yeah.
quite Hateful Eight
Hateful
kind
Eight.
of vibe. Yeah.
I mean, I love the Hateful Eight is easily one of my in the top 5 because it's like the thing
it's a
basically.
thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say it's got music from the thing as well. It's got
Well,
Ennio
you subscribe to the Tarantino.
Morricone's missing
Yeah,
music from the
got,
thing.
exactly. Enzo Marini.
Yeah,
Enzo
Ennio
Marini.
Morricone's music that
Yeah.
wasn't used for the thing. He borrowed it for the Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I mean, do you subscribe to the theory that it's meant to be Macready's great grandfather?
no, I
Oh
don't,
my
I don't
god!
know. If,
I didn't even link the fact that it's got Jeff. What's his name? Kurt Russell in it.
Kurt Russell in it.
Kurt
I-
Russell.
knows it's
I
couldn't be
don't
more
know.
blatant.
I'm getting this from this is like third party information, but a lot of people tell me, oh yeah, Tarantino intended it to be Kurt Russell from the thing, Macready's great grandfather or something. And
Wow.
Imagine
that-
that would be amazing.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, why
it's
not?
like a
I mean,
Tarantino move. It sounds like
Yeah.
one of his moves, but yeah, no, Western is definitely something to do. We're very focused on the feature, and we've been writing the follow-up feature because you have to have a follow-up to your first feature, and we've got a sci-fi. I mean, it's very knowable on our website. It's called People, and it's essentially a sci-fi about aliens that look just like us. I love the body snatchers, stuff like that. I love the idea.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Day of the Triffids and stuff like that.
Yeah, paranoia story. A good paranoia story is worth its weight in gold. The film I think that has never really been made properly is I Am Legend. I was so disappointed, and that book is
The alternate ending, I think, was a better ending. Like,
I'd take a baseball bat to the whole film if I could. Honestly, trust me. Once you go and there's a graphic novel version of it. There's a Charlton Heston movie called The Omega Man, which is a lot more in line with what it is.
they could redo it and no one would be mad, would they? No
Uh,
one's saying I Am Legend's the best film ever, so I think no one would be mad if they redid it.
if you go on Reddit, there are people that say that.
Well,
No, look, it's a. I don't know if you've noticed. I like a good twist. I like to see a rug pull that makes you kind of like drop your lunch a little bit. And you've
my
got
favourite movie of all time is, in my opinion, the greatest twist of all time, which is The Usual Suspects.
a fantastic movie. I mean,
Let's
it's a
not go
fantastic.
into that one again.
Let's just swerve from that though. 'Cause-
Is it true Kevin Spacey is like homeless now?
Yeah, I heard about that,
Well,
but
I don't know.
I very much doubt it, but that's what social media is saying. I think
Social media has been saying this stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah,
Surely he had a bank account before he got arrested.
he's been doing gigs and stuff like that, doing little shows in small theaters and stuff like that,
Yeah,
or like
singing.
in pubs and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like karaoke and all sorts of
Singing?
things.
Really?
Yeah.
Can he sing?
Well, he's a theatre kid, isn't he? No
I
offense to
didn't
the other
actually know
guys. All you guys can sing, can't you?
all singing, all dancing.
got to dance, got to sing. You gotta,
Yeah.
you know.
Got
I
to
had
know everything.
a weird flashback, Drew, because I remember this is easily 10 years ago. I remember walking through the tube, and you were dressed almost perfectly as Jon Snow. Like you were at some thing. It was like you were doing a gig. You were
No, I
doing a
was
gig,
Jon Snow. I was Jon Snow.
and I was like, Drew.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I was.
I'll call you.
I'll call you, man. Yeah, I
You
was
had
Jon Snow.
you had the big thing.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
like you're out on the tube.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to get to a place. Yeah.
I used to do all the Comic Cons. I mean, I've done so many Comic Cons, and
I want to do a Comic Con soon with Reef and dress up and stuff. So
that's
cool.
do you know what?
that's another conversation.
Minerva wants to do cosplay, and I've made a promise that I would. She wants to do. Do you like Adventure Time?
I've heard of it. Our
I
previous
know
guest,
what it is. It's past him. He's
Marina.
all about Avengers and Deadpool at the moment.
Dogs and cats and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, yeah, Avengers, like, yeah, like a 2D.
It's an animation where she wants to do Marceline and Simon. It's basically people say that's what I Am Last of Us copied Adventure Time for the yeah.
That's an interesting
little
take.
girl surviving a zombie apocalypse. It's true.
I feel like we have really just scratched the surface again of a conversation that could last hours. So I think, Chris, we definitely need you on for a part deux at least, Charlie Sheen words. And,
definitely, man. And it's like almost midnight where you are. Yeah.
If we can talk about the fact that Half-Life 3 might be coming out, I'll definitely come back.
With the Steam machine, apparently.
That's a Christmas list. I
think the next release of the Steam machine will be the price. Sorry, Kevin, Drew, we're talking gaming now.
Okay,
So
that's our
Steam
cue to
machine.
turn off then, is it?
Half-Life.
Yeah, I think the next announcement of the Steam machine will be the price and Half-Life 3. There we go.
That was me being Jon Snow, and the actual lady was hilarious. You see on the cop it says she wrote Jon Snow, which I absolutely love her for.
True, you do look like a Game of Thrones character.
You absolutely pull it off. It really was a freaky thing to see.
That was his own beard as well.
Oh yeah.
No prosthetics needed for that.
Grown myself, baby.
But anyway, Chris, we better leave you to it because we've taken up well over. We try and keep the episodes to an hour, but we've run over a bit. But I'll cut out the bit at the beginning. Sorry, listeners, you don't know what I'm talking about.
It's a magic trick.
Drew, on a side note, I will get in touch with you, and I have some coverage for you.
Yes, please do.
Yes, Drew and Chris work together.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, I will. I mean, look, I am always here if you ever want to talk script writing, dude. It's fun.
100%.
Thanks, guys. It really was fun talking to you all. I miss Andover now. Sort of like,
do you?
Well, anyone want to buy a house?
Yeah.
It's up for sale if you want it.
Well, no, it's awesome to see you, and thanks for joining us, even when you're over in Madrid, an hour ahead, and it's almost midnight. But yeah, no, we appreciate that. But yeah,
thanks, guys.
Legend.
I'll
speak to you in real life soon.
Yeah, speak to you on social. But we'll catch you next time.
I'm holding.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time. Thank you all for your continued support, and please do check out our other fun episodes with many great and interesting guests. And just to let you know, we're also on YouTube if you want to also watch us. But do give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and we'd love a cheeky 5-star rating on here if you had a moment. And if you do want to support us further, we do have merch. The links are here and on our socials. It's ragewhale.tmill.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.